The chairman of the Executive Assets Subcommittee of the transitional team, Mr. Ayikoi Otoo, says the government cannot account for 234 vehicles handed over by the previous government. The Mahama-led administration left a list of 707 vehicles during the transition period. But Mr. Ayikoi Otoo says over 200 cars are still missing after the final assessment. At a media briefing here in Accra, Mr. Ayikoi Otoo proposed an asset management register to record all state vehicles for accountability.
The chairman of the Executive Assets Subcommittee of the transition team, Mr. Ayikoi Otoo, gave a breakdown of the vehicles.
The first time they gave us the list, they said it was not accurate, so we shouldn't use it. The reason being that in view of government's policy that where an official uses a car for more than 2 years, they could apply to buy it. That policy was still in existence, and that they were not sure whether the list they had given us did not include those ones. So we should not use that list. So we held on, and they gave us a fresh list with the understanding that those who have bought vehicles, all those vehicles had been taken out of that list. The breakdown or the total number of the vehicles came to 707. 707. Breakdown as follows. V8, 176. Prados, Toyota, 63. And others, saloon bars, ambulances, whatever, 468. Now, what we realized was that some of the ministers did not return their vehicles. And whilst we were engaging the old government officials, especially Mr. Colonel Mante, the military attaché to the chief of staff, he told me and my team that he had ordered them, all ministers, to come and park the vehicles at their last cabinet meeting. They should bring those vehicles, use other cars. And so as far as is concerned, the vehicles had been brought. We went only to find that the vehicles were not there, and that some of them said that they were working up to the 6th of January. So after 6th January, they left the vehicles at the ministries.
He said 67 of the vehicles were not listed.
Out of the 707, the ones were able to mark to say that we have found them are as follows. V8 101, Prados 36, others 269. From the 707, the vehicles that we could not find, what we call missing vehicles, came down to 301. And the breakdown will be as follows. V8 75, Prado 27, others, saloon bars 199. We were able to identify 67 vehicles not listed. They were not listed, but we were able to identify them. That came to 67. So if you deduct the 67 vehicles from the 301 missing vehicles, we still have 234 vehicles which could not be accounted for. So the figure that came out from Mr. Ayin's office, that is over 200, is correct. And if they want me as the chair to confirm, I'm confirming. And I'm saying that the figure was over 200. If we take away the 67 that we ourselves identified, take that out of the 301, the missing vehicles will be 234 vehicles. They are yet to be accounted for. And this is from a list that they supplied from the office of the president.
Mr. Ayikoi Otoo said, although the 67 vehicles have been retrieved, 234 vehicles have still not been traced. He said the chassis numbers of the missing vehicles will be sent to the DVLA to prevent those in possession of the vehicles from registering them.